In a world obsessed with youth, one woman has managed to defy time, not with magic, but with intention. Meet Joleen Diaz, a 48-year-old mom from California who looks like she could be her daughter's college roommate. When a photo of Joleen and her daughter Melanie went viral, the internet went into meltdown. Wait, which one is the mom? It wasn't just the radiant skin or the lean, athletic build. It was her entire aura, confident, grounded, glowing. But Joleen's story isn't about overnight beauty hacks or expensive procedures. It's about decades of self-care, consistency, and smart lifestyle choices rooted in love and discipline. From her early skincare routine at age 12 to her clean diet and no-alcohol lifestyle, Joleen didn't just age well. She lived well. This is the story of how a high school teacher became a viral beauty icon. Not through vanity, but through values. And it might just change the way you think about aging. Chapter 1. A Mother's Mirror, the early lessons that shaped a lifetime. Long before she became the hottest mom on Instagram, Joleen Diaz was just a curious teenage girl growing up in California, watching her own mother care for her skin with quiet discipline. While other kids were experimenting with makeup or ignoring skincare altogether, Joleen found herself drawn to the gentle ritual of cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting. At just 12 or 13 years old, she was already dipping into her mom's creams and serums, trying to understand what made skin glow. "I didn't just wake up at 40 and decide to start caring," she once said. "It's been part of my life since I was a kid." Those early habits planted the seeds of a lifelong relationship with self-care. Not out of vanity, but out of respect. Her routine wasn't complicated or glamorous. It was simple. Wash your face, use SPF, and don't go to bed with makeup on. But the real magic was in how consistent she was. Year after year, she showed up for herself, even when no one was watching. In many ways, Joleen's mother gave her more than just good genes. She gave her a model for discipline and self-love. While some see skincare as optional or superficial, Joleen learned early on that it's a form of preservation, a way to honor the body you're in. And that mindset would follow her into adulthood, quietly becoming the foundation of everything she now shares with the world. Chapter 2. Eating with intention, fueling beauty from the inside out. Joleen's youthful appearance doesn't just come from what she puts on her skin. It's deeply rooted in what she puts into her body. Her approach to food isn't trendy or extreme. There are no juice cleanses or miracle powders. Instead, she follows a clean, simple philosophy. Eat whole foods, listen to your body, and don't eat anything that makes you feel heavy or inflamed. "I don't eat beef or pork," she explains. "Occasionally, I'll have chicken or turkey, but I mainly stick to fish and eggs." Her diet is rich in lean proteins, vegetables, healthy fats, and antioxidant-packed fruits. For Joleen, food isn't just fuel. It's information. Every bite either supports your body or works against it. This mindful way of eating isn't about restriction. It's about energy, clarity, and longevity. She doesn't count calories or obsess over macros. Instead, she eats intuitively, choosing meals that leave her feeling light, energized, and focused. Science backs up her choices. Diets high in fish and plant-based foods are known to reduce inflammation, a key driver of aging. Meanwhile, red meat and processed foods can accelerate fine lines and fatigue. Joleen's secret? She's not dieting. She's nourishing. Her plate isn't punishment. It's self-respect. And just like her skincare routine, the results come not from what's flashy or new, but from the small, consistent decisions made over years. Chapter 3. From the classroom to the internet, when the world took notice. Before the viral photos, the magazine interviews, and the skincare product tags, Joleen Diaz was just a high school teacher, a woman balancing lesson plans and parenting. She wasn't chasing fame or likes. Her life was grounded in routine. Early mornings, carpool drop-offs, after-school grading sessions. But one day, a casual photo of her and her daughter Melanie hit the internet, and everything changed. The photo was simple, a smiling mother and daughter standing side by side. Yet it sparked disbelief around the world. "Who's the mom?" commenters asked. Some accused them of being sisters. Others just wanted to know her skincare routine. Overnight, Joleen became the face of age-defying beauty. "I didn't expect the attention," she said in interviews. "I was just living my life." But instead of shying away from the spotlight, Joleen leaned into the moment with grace. She began sharing pieces of her routine, not to sell a fantasy, but to show that her lifestyle was built on real, sustainable habits. She turned her Instagram into a space where self-care meets sincerity, and people responded. Women from every background began reaching out, not just to compliment her appearance, but to thank her for reminding them that aging isn't a loss. It's a choice. Joleen didn't go viral because she looked young. She went viral because she embodied what aging well looks like. Confident, natural, and deeply human. Chapter 4. No wine, no smoke, the discipline of saying no. In a culture where wine o'clock is practically a meme and happy hour feels like a ritual, Joleen Diaz quietly lives by a different code. She rarely drinks alcohol. She doesn't smoke, not because she's trying to be perfect, but because she knows how her body responds when she doesn't treat it kindly. "I noticed my skin got dull when I drank. I felt tired. I didn't like it," she explains. So, she stopped. Her choices aren't rooted in fear or judgment. They're rooted in awareness. Alcohol, after all, speeds up aging by causing dehydration, inflammation, and disrupting sleep. All things Joleen works hard to avoid. Instead, she drinks plenty of water, protects her sleep like a sacred ritual, and maintains a rhythm that supports both her body and mind. But what really sets Joleen apart isn't just what she avoids. It's her unwavering discipline. She doesn't let trends or peer pressure dictate her habits. She honors what works for her and sticks with it. That kind of consistency isn't glamorous. It doesn't get applause, but it builds something stronger than willpower. Trust in yourself. For Joleen, youthful living isn't about indulgence. It's about alignment. And that starts with knowing when to say no. Chapter 5. Moving with purpose, fitness that fits real life. Joleen Diaz doesn't have a fancy gym membership or a celebrity trainer. What she does have is a commitment to movement and a workout routine that actually fits into a busy life. Her go-to? A 30-minute, high-intensity home workout inspired by the Insanity Max 30 program. It's not flashy, and it's definitely not easy, but it's efficient, effective, and most importantly doable. Each session includes a quick warm-up followed by 2 intense circuits, with each exercise lasting about a minute. "I keep it simple so I actually stick with it," she says. "That's the secret. There's no need for equipment, no complicated choreography, just bodyweight moves, focus, and consistency." Her circuits combine strength, cardio, and agility. Think squats to plank, jump kicks, burpees, and high knees. It's the kind of routine that leaves you breathless and stronger every week. But what makes it sustainable is the mindset. Joleen isn't trying to chase perfection. She's not punishing herself for what she ate or working out to fit into a dress. She's moving because it feels good, because her body deserves strength and energy. Even on days when motivation runs low, she shows up. "If I miss a workout, I don't beat myself up. I just come back the next day," she explains. For Joleen, fitness isn't a trend. It's a daily promise, not to anyone else, but to herself. A promise to stay strong, vibrant, and fully present in her own body. Chapter 6. Skin Deep, the ritual that keeps her glowing. For Joleen Diaz, skincare isn't a luxury. It's a lifestyle, one rooted in consistency, simplicity, and science. And it shows. While many people scramble for the latest beauty trends, Joleen has quietly stuck to what works. Exfoliation, protection, and repair. Her holy grail products? Glycolic acid, retinol, and, more recently, tretinoin. Glycolic acid, an alpha-hydroxy acid, AHA, gently removes dead skin cells, revealing smoother, brighter skin underneath. Joleen uses it to keep her complexion radiant and free of buildup, which can dull even the healthiest skin. But the real star of her routine is retinol, a derivative of vitamin A that helps reduce fine lines, fade dark spots, and even out skin tone. Joleen began using retinol in her early 30s, long before it became trendy. "It changed my skin," she says. "It made it smoother, more plump. I could feel the difference." In the past year, she's added tretinoin, a prescription-strength version of retinoid, to her lineup. It's stronger and takes more commitment, but the results have been transformative. Smaller pores, fewer fine lines, a glow that isn't just visual, but tactile. Still, even the most powerful products mean little without sun protection. Joleen wears sunscreen every single day, regardless of the weather. It's the one non-negotiable, she says. Her routine isn't complex or expensive. It's thoughtful, and it's taken years to fine-tune. She avoids heavily fragranced products, chooses ingredients that work with her skin, and never skips her nighttime routine, no matter how tired she is. But what really sets her apart is how she talks about skincare. It's not about anti-aging. It's about pro-living, about feeling good in your skin at any age. Because for Joleen, beauty isn't the absence of age. It's the presence of care. Chapter 7. Real advice from real life, inspiring through experience. Joleen Diaz never set out to be a wellness influencer. She wasn't chasing followers, brand deals, or internet fame. She was just living her truth, and people noticed. What makes her so magnetic isn't just her glowing skin or youthful energy. It's her transparency. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers. She doesn't sell quick fixes or miracle products. Instead, she shares what's worked for her, with honesty, humility, and heart. I know what works for me, she says. I can't promise it'll work for everyone, but I'm happy to share and maybe help someone else start. That mindset has touched thousands. Women from their 30s to their 60s message her, thanking her for reminding them that it's never too late to start caring for yourself. Some begin walking daily, others cut back on sugar, some even start skincare for the first time, all inspired by one woman simply leading by example. She's not preaching. She's not pushing. She's just present. Her journey proves that true influence doesn't come from being flawless. It comes from being real, consistent, vulnerable, and kind. And that kind of inspiration, it doesn't fade with time. It only grows stronger. Chapter 8. The mom behind the glow, balancing influence and intimacy. At the heart of Joleen Diaz's story isn't just a glowing face or viral fame. It's her role as a mother. Her daughter, Melanie, isn't just her mini-me or social media sidekick. She's her reason. Their bond is visible in every photo, every shared video, every casual inside joke caught on camera. They don't just look alike. They move like best friends. But behind the scenes, Joleen is intentional about how she parents. She doesn't let likes or views dictate how she shows up at home. I'm a mom first, she says. That will never change. She uses her platform not just to talk about beauty, but to model self-worth. She teaches Melanie the same values her own mother once instilled in her: discipline, kindness, and care for the body you live in. Their relationship is rooted in trust, not perfection. In connection, not performance. Being an influencer has opened doors, but Joleen never loses sight of what matters. Her fame is accidental. Her motherhood is deliberate. In a world full of filters and curated feeds, Joleen's greatest influence might be what happens off camera, the quiet example she sets at home, where love is the real legacy. Joleen Diaz isn't chasing youth. She's embodying it. Not in the way our culture often defines it, with wrinkle-free skin or perfect bodies, but in a deeper, quieter way, through daily choices rooted in respect, not fear. Her story reminds us that aging isn't something to battle. It's something to navigate with grace. It's not about trying to look 20 forever. It's about honoring your body, your energy, your time, at every age. Joleen didn't stumble on a secret. She built one, day by day, with water instead of wine, with fish instead of fast food, with sunscreen instead of shortcuts. She chose movement over stagnation, ritual over neglect, intention over impulse. And she did it not to look younger, but to feel well. Her message is simple. It's never too early, and it's never too late. Whether you're 22 or 62, the power to glow from the inside out is yours. It lives in the habits you build, the boundaries you keep, and the love you show yourself when no one's watching. Joleen's life isn't a filter. It's a mirror, showing us what's possible when we choose to show up for ourselves. Because youth isn't a number. It's a practice. And you get to start it or restart it any day you decide.